All right, well, switching gears here, and there's a new study that shows a scary statistic among deceased former NFL players. At least 1 in 4 ended up with the degenerative brain disease, CTE. Right now, it can only be diagnosed after death, but doctors are working to find a correlation between symptoms in life and a diagnosis of the most advanced stage of that disease. NewsNation's Alex Capriello is live here in studio. So, Alex, you've been taking a closer look at this study.
Yeah, really, Nicole, this is a groundbreaking study that helps us truly understand just how prevalent CTE is in former NFL football players. So between 2016 and 2021, more than 800 former NFL players died. 235 of their brains were actually donated to this study. So among them, 215 were diagnosed with CTE. That means that the most aggressive estimate indicates that CTE was found in around 91% of those brains. But the more conservative estimate, and one that we're really showing today, is that at least 1 in 4 of those players had CTE. So we've known the risks of CTE for about 2 decades now, but up until this very point, it's been impossible to really get a grasp on just how common it is. Previous research estimated around 10% of NFL players would develop CTE. So now to jump to 25% really is shocking. The doctor who co-founded this study says this needs to be a wake-up call for families of athletes who play contact sports.
Parents need to understand when they sign their kids up for tackle football, in year 1, you are at risk for developing CTE, and the longer you play, the greater that risk becomes. And that is a conversation that every parent needs to think about and talk about with their child.
Dr. Nowinski agrees that there have been significant strides in recent years when it comes to player safety. Things like guardian caps that you see these high schoolers wearing right now during practice. While he told me that developments like guardian caps help, they're also offset by the fact that kids are starting to play football at younger ages. Also, there have been major developments when it comes to making those kids bigger, faster, and stronger. In response to this study, the NFL says it remains committed to ensuring that the NFL community has access to robust and expanding sets of resources to enhance their physical and mental well-being. And it also encourages former players to utilize these resources to identify and seek treatment when they're concerned about their health. Researchers say new concussion protocols are great as well, but CTE protocols, that's the next step here to ensure that both families and coaches truly understand the likelihood that brain disease develops in these players so that they can make the necessary changes to the way players practice before their big games.
Absolutely. So, Alex, are we any closer to actually curing CTE?
Yeah, great question. But the biggest hurdle for actually curing CTE is the fact that we still haven't actually figured out a way to diagnose it while these athletes are still alive, meaning that we can't definitively say that someone actually has CTE until they're dead and doctors can actually study their brain tissue. But the good news is that studies like this one give researchers the foundation to springboard those findings into actual clinical trials one day for active football players. The doctor I spoke to says that he believes that those clinical trials could happen very soon. And in the meantime, there are treatments that have proven to be effective for people that are actually displaying early symptoms of CTE, things like mood swings, depression, impulsive behavior, and addiction. Those people that are maybe showing those symptoms and know that maybe they are at risk, maybe they are former football players, should just go speak to their doctor.
All right, Alex Capriello. Alex, thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.